Yeah, how are things? We're starting a little bit earlier because I'm going out about 1ish, half 1ish. Going to play some board games with friends. So we need to wrap up a little bit earlier. So if I start a little bit earlier, we're going to do 2 coffees today. They're both going to be iced coffees. Yes. One of them's going to be a Vietnamese one. And one of them's going to be probably just regular old Aeropress. Same sort of method though. Short stream, yes. I don't know how long we'll be on, but we'll see. Let me get a few things here. How are you, Trickster? How's it going? You had a good weekend. What have you been up to? What I will do. So yeah, we're gonna do a Vietnamese. Cannot speak. But alright, usual housework, etc. I've been avoiding housework. I've been editing lots of videos. That's what I've been doing. A couple more will go live probably today. VODs. We're now in June though, so you know that's only like 8 months ago. I could do about 4 at a time, and they take about somewhere between 5 and 12 hours to render, and then they've got to upload to YouTube, which takes another like 12 hours, if not more. So, just slowly getting through. Progress, yes, it's progress. It's because I've got a really like sleek process now, where I just chuck them in, cut off the start, cut off the end. Then luckily I started marking where things I want to remove are. Like the music that always gets copyrighted. The stand-up one, for example. That music always gets copyrighted. So gotta remove that. Or mute it at least. So then it has to re-render everything. Which, you know, it takes as long as basically the video is. And the past few videos I've done have been like the 8-hour streams we did with Sam. So it's taken a while. Okay, so first thing we're going to do, the Vietnamese iced coffee. Now we've done the Vietnamese coffee before using the fin. Nice little device. Got a little plate for sticking on top. Then it's got the chamber where you stick the coffee. Then it's got this thing you stick on top of the coffee. Little lid. Clinky clonky, as you do. What do I render with? I use DaVinci Resolve because it's free and actually really good. I do tax it way too much by putting 4 videos or 5 videos in at once. It does not like that. Yeah, so we're going to do a fin. For that, we'll be using the Vietnamese coffee we have here, which is very strongly, I would say, flavored of like hazelnut and nutty, very nutty. Hazelnut, I would say hazelnut. I think it's hazelnut. Definitely a nutty, very nutty sort of coffee. So we're gonna put some of that in, but with the iced coffee, you basically just make it so it drips into ice, so it chills instantly. So normally, obviously, you wouldn't do that. Hot coffee. It's the same. It's literally exactly the same method as normal coffee.
Shut up and take
you
my
just
money.
do it straight onto ice, and I believe that's the Japanese method of doing things. Because you could, like, obviously make it hot coffee, then pour it on ice after, or add ice to it later, or just let it chill, let it cool. There is the flash freezing sort of like stuff, but so we have facilities for that. I've seen people do it with like liquid nitrogen, but this way, apparently it preserves the flavors better because as it's cooling, if you're doing it cooling like normal hot cooling and then also pouring it over ice later, that cools slower. It's not like as instant per drip, let's say, and the flavors can change. And people tend to say that's for the worse. Thank you for the 100 bits. I can't hear anything, so alerts are going off and I'm just having to see it here. Beanie bits! Yeah, beanie bits. It's awesome. Right, I'm going to go get the ice. Actually, what I'm going to do first is I'm going to weigh the glass. It's not mug, it's a glass ball. How much you weigh? Nothing. Wait, let's go get some. Hopefully I'll get back before it resets. But it's 400 grams-ish. Right. Got some chunky ice. Oh god, that's very chunky. It's not broken up at all. Making a lovely sound though. Have you tried? Yes, I made this the other day to make sure I've tried it loads of times before, but I've never made it myself for at home like this. So I'm going to put in about... Oh, 120 is about right. Yeah, I was going to say about 100 grams of ice. What you got to remember is, obviously that ice is going to melt and it's going to replace, or dilute, sorry, the coffee. So if you usually put in like 200 grams of water and you haven't put any extra coffee in, you should probably only put 100 grams in and have the other 100 grams as ice. This is quite strong coffee anyway, so I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to put the standard amount of water in. Maybe a little bit extra on the old coffee, just a teeny bit, so that it still tastes good. Let me just reset that. Get the kettle boiling. That's why you slam it on the floor, gets rage out. Yeah, I've opened the bag now though. Just mute myself for a second. What you'll notice is I did a little bit of a mistake there, where I put the coffee on this and some of the tiniest bits of things will come through. You'll get, with this method, with this filter, you do get the tiniest bits coming through. So that's not a big deal. But I really should let that off over the top of this, so they don't go on the ice. Right. So I think that was about 15-ish. I would probably do 30. I might add a teeny bit more. I mean, because it will. 17 is about right, yeah. I usually do about 13 grams, let's say. This one's going to take a little bit of time to do, so I'm doing it first. Ice chunk, yes. So what you'll notice I'm doing now is I am going to bloom it a teeny bit. I don't think they refer to it as blooming with this one. You just got to wet them enough so that they, because you're not getting out any pretty sure this has been sat around enough that there's no carbon dioxide left in it. You're just trying to get it to swell a little bit. See, it has swollen tiny bit. Can you see that? Maybe. Overhead shot. There you go. what we'll do, we just place that on top, just enough so it will keep everything in place. It has already started dripping, but obviously that will do that. Then reset. Well, it forgot to reset. But we're going to add basically all the way to the top, so I'm not even going to really measure the amount of water. There you go. It's about 140 plus whatever I put in before, probably about 200, if not a little bit less. So with the ice, that's actually come out at a good ratio because I've added a little bit of extra coffee. Let me stick that down there. That's going to take a while. Okay. Let me get the camera low so you can watch it. Do. Come on. And you can probably see already dripping on the ice and instantly cooling. I can already smell the hazelnut and see not a lot has come out yet. So while we wait for that, what I will be doing after I've got condensed milk here, I will be putting in like 1 heaped spoon in there and giving it a good stir, seeing how that is, maybe adding a little bit more. But what we'll do is another iced one with the Aeropress. But you know what, while this is going, can I do that at the same time? I haven't really got a glass for this. I need a second one of these glasses. But apparently the science behind it, like cooling instantly, is obviously. Have you ever had like cold coffee you've left too long and just cools down? It just doesn't taste right, and even if you try and warm it up after that, it's worse. So it does start oxidizing more. So the quicker you cool it, I believe the more you maintain that flavor, and obviously you can drink it faster. Hoping I've put enough ice in. It will melt all the ice, or pretty much all the ice, but it'll be a nice chilled drink. So you can always like do less ice and then add ice in later, so it's already cool. If you want actual ice chunks, because that's like when you get like an iced whatever from Starbucks, what they do is they have the ice and they put the coffee on top, which is almost the same sort of process. You've got an espresso shot, shove it on top. That's, it's good enough. And then you might like whiz it up in a blender to break it all down and stuff. Just give the same after effect as a hot. Do you mean in flavor or in caffeine? Caffeine should be the same. It should be the same flavor for this because you add in quite a lot of sweet stuff and it's got quite a big hazelnut flavor. It tastes basically the same but cool. It actually, I think I prefer it cool than hot, just because it's so sweet. It kind of goes with the chilledness of it. Can you see how much ice has been melted there? See, we're already down to like halfway. Ooh, there we go. And if I can't really show you this very well. No. So obviously there's the grit on the bottom, and it's all the drips kind of like pulled together and drip down in one go. See, that's not even like a third of the way through. But yeah, in terms of flavor, it should be, for this one, relatively the same. I'm not really sure for like a standard coffee, which we'll give it a go. Let me get that sort of ready. blend. So for that one, usually I'm doing about 13-14 grams. I'm going to do the same, maybe 15. Yep. But I'm not going to fill it up all the way. I might fill it up to about like half, maybe just over half, because the ice will fill up the rest, and that'll make a concentrated shot, but it will also be diluted when it goes to the ice. That'll be a much quicker way of doing iced coffee, by the way. I'm only doing this one because I just love the flavour of Vietnamese coffees. Let me go see if we've got another thing we can do this alongside. I found something. Alright, that one's going to take a few more. It's about halfway done. I'm going to actually measure out. I did measure how much water can go in this just now, so if I measure out. That's a piece of ice that's gone down the back. Oops. Come on. Do about 150 for this one. That's pretty much all the way to the top. Like I say, I got what, 15 grams of coffee in here. Standard grind, I guess. Because not that the actual coffee shot should be roughly the same. I'm going to put the ice away and also turn the grinder on and boil the kettle. Back in a sec. That one's actually almost done, so I might give this a minute. Can't be drinking two coffees at once. Random sound. I can't hear the random sounds. What random sound was it? No, it won't tell me. I can't hear anything. Yeah, this one's almost done. Bring this back. Oh, I found the piece of ice that fell. That's lucky. Oh, it was emotional damage. You were paid for that one. Right, how are we doing? Oh, don't shake too much. You even see that? There you go. It's almost done. What I will be doing for that one, let's get that ready. I've gone for, I guess, a medium fine sort of grind. Nothing too coarse, nothing too fine. My standard grind now, I'm doing about 22, 24 on my grinder. I know I was going down to like 13 before, and that was way too much. Actually, that kind of works for a light roast, but for these dark roasts, that's too much. Get in! Thank you. How are you doing? Still got a little bit extra to go, so I will start this one actually. So yeah, we're going to stick in from what I put in a 150 in there. I'm going to do 220, 225. That'll do. Rough guess. With the old stir. You see a few drops have already dropped through. Ice has already started to melt. Good stuff. I'm interested to see how much difference there are. I know I put more ice in this one, but actually I think I put more water in this one as well. Might. No, actually that'll be alright. This is the first time I've done it through the Aeropress, so this will be interesting. What I will do is take that off there because I don't need it anymore. What's your plans for today, Trickster? Anything? Relax? What we're also going to do is we're going to put normal milk into this one, not condensed milk. We got another minute or so to go. Looks like all the ice, oh no, ice is still in there. You can see how much the gap there is left. So you wouldn't want to put too much more ice in there. Dungeons? Would there also be dragons in that? If I didn't even count, should have counted. I have no idea how long I've done that for now. I'm gonna give it another minute or so. Oh, the Stream Raiders variant. Ah. We're going to be doing board games. Not sure which board game yet. We've got one is basically you create your own Jurassic Park. And the winner is the one with like the most publicity and stuff. We've got one which is basically Alien, the game. We've got a few smaller ones as well. So I'm having a board game day because it's stormy outside and horrible. Pizza orders in and ready to pick up 1:20. Well, that's when we're getting there. No, we're not. We're getting there at 1:30. So I could stay on for a bit longer. But I like that. Nobody Saves the World. You kind of need to get into it a bit. I don't want to really just play 1 hour. And I don't really have anything else that would only be like a good hour's worth of gaming. Right, I think this is enough, so I'm gonna take it off for a second. Give it a little stir. Agitate it a little. See the ice is melting. Oh, that's really melting. Get that down. Hold the phone. Why is this? Oh my god, have you cracked? It might have cracked. Hold the phone. We have a little bit of a disaster. I think it cracked. How am I going to do this? Right, you get over there. Finish off that push. Has that cracked? Or is it condensation? I can't tell.
Need a hand?
No, it's okay. Thank you.
What's cracked?
Glass, maybe?
Oh yeah, these are the ones that you can't put hot water straight into. So they don't. That's how we lost the other one.
What?
That's why we only have one of those now.
Well, I can't see any cracks. I actually can't see any cracks.
That's my favourite. I'll find it.
Seriously, I think that might just be condensation. It may just be condensation. Stand by. The thing is, the hot water would have hit the ice first before it hit it. There's a crack? Oh. Out. Put me out. Oops. Anyway, that one was finished. I just pushed it all the way through. And is this one finished yet? This one has finished by the looks of it.
Read the word.
Oh, I didn't see that. Oh, it says not. It's not hot. It's cold.
You really put hot coffee.
No, it's fine.
Do you want to show them?
No. That's my mug. Apparently it's not for hot product, but whatever. Right, so we've got a standard one, we've got a Vietnamese one. The Vietnamese one we'll do first. Thank you for that sound. Right, so we've got some condensed milk. This isn't very framed very well. So I'm just gonna get like one sort of big glooped sort of thing. Give it a twist. And stick it in. And then stir. Because it's cold, it's going to take a while. But you can see it starts to go, ah, that lovely, lovely colour. Be enough. Excess of that. And then for this one, just your normal amount of milk. Job's done. Yes, it was on the glass. Josh. I was putting cold things into it. It was cold by the time I hit the bottom. Alright. Vietnamese iced coffee. Nutty, sweet, as you'd expect. Just cold. And then a standard iced coffee. Huh. A little bit weak. Maybe I need to up the coffee in that one. Maybe go up to about 20 grams. Yeah, that one's a little bit weak. Nice, still nice. It's just you can tell it's been diluted slightly. There you go. So what you could do now is you can top it up with ice in either of these really. With these you could probably mix in some syrups and stuff. Maybe stick it in some ice and blend it up in one of those little juice blender things. Make a iced sort of latte thing. Not bad, not bad. Maybe should I put a second shot in that one? See if it makes it better. You know what? Let's do it. After the disaster of the glass, let's do it. And yes, it is an excuse to get better glasses now. I was going to get some of those double-walled cappuccino sort of glass mugs. But they had like the tall ones. I didn't want the tall ones. I want the short, fat ones for doing more cappuccino-y sort of drinks. Filter. Oh, I need to boil the kettle again. We're adding another shot, but it's going to be a short shot, this one. So I don't know if you can see that. 13.4 grams. I'm just going to do a normal one, maybe only fill up to 1 or 2, probably between 2. Just get the grind going. Just ordered some off Amazon. Is there a winner? Currently the Vietnamese coffee's winning. But I'm just going to add an extra shot to this one. Make it stronger. I think I put a bit too much ice in, or maybe not enough coffee in the first one. So if we double shot it, let's get it up. So we're just under 2. It's gonna be a nice strong shot to add in. Give it a swirl because I've got to stir it. But yeah, this is a very nice. I mean, if you haven't got a Vietnamese thin filter, definitely get one. This tub of coffee, I think it was about. I'm gonna go with like £8 to £12 on Amazon, but like that'll last you probably about 30 one of those. The only issue is the condensed milk, because you can't keep that forever, and one little pot is way too much because you only need a spoonful each time. Right, what's the time? Hey Google, set timer for 1 minute.
1 minute.
Thank you. Just gotta use the rest of it. Yeah. I mean, I've got it in a sealed pot. It could probably last a bit longer because it's, you know, it's quite sweet, so I don't think it goes off as quickly as normal milk. Do it. But then you can, like I say, you can just do this method with any process really. Maybe not for French press. French press, you'd have to make it first and then pour it over ice, and that's where that flavour might start to change. Have I tried it with metal filter yet? I don't have the metal filter yet. No. Stop. Thank you. No, I don't have a metal filter yet. Waiting a teeny bit for that. I've still got the cold brew attachment that I still need to try out. It says it takes about 3 hours. I might keep that for the summer or the warmer days. Right, let's go. There you go, that's looking a bit stronger, isn't it? Better, that's better. I think I need more ice in it now though. Oh, rather, it needs to be cooler now. So what you could do is maybe, if you're going to use the Aeropress, maybe do 1 full Aeropress on half the ice I did. Add in a bit more ice and then do the second shot. Because then it'll cool. I like the equal rate. That's actually not that bad. I like that. This is still my favourite though, but I do love these. Have you got the metal filter for the Aeropress? You do have the Aeropress, don't you? You've got an Aeropress and a V60, if I remember rightly. What I have got is I've finally got an adapter disc. So I can use the old filter off the old drip I had with the new French press walled glass thing. Except this is not the diameter they said it would be in the middle. So it's a little bit too small, and then the filter which sits on top is very top heavy. So I might might try and shave a bit off it. Don't know. Yeah, bought pack 3, tried the one the other day, a bit silty, so maybe I cocked up. No, so apparently, and I only learned this the other day, metal filters will allow more, because of the holes in the filter are, I think, bigger. Dan, I can't hear any of that. I haven't got headphones on. Because the holes in the filter are bigger in a metal filter than like a cloth or a paper filter. Like paper, it's almost like several layers of very tiny holes, isn't it? If you look at, like, you can't see all the way through that, but with a metal filter, you can kind of sometimes see through it. So they're bigger holes, which means that the tiniest fine stuff will come through. I've had this. I have it with the fin, because obviously those holes are actually quite big. So there will be stuff at the bottom of this. Yep, see that? But with my pour over filter, it's got like a metal fine mesh and then a bigger filter on the outside, so it's like double layered. Even that lets a tiny bit of the tiniest ones through. Now I've got the more consistent grinder though. That's not much a deal, because I don't go fine enough for too many of those to go through, so I don't really notice. But no, I don't think that's your fault. Apparently metal filters, just the way they're engineered, are like that. Like paper filters will absorb more oils, and cloth filters. I was reading it in the book. Too far, I didn't hear it out. You were doing it when you weren't in the stream again, weren't you? Right, here we go. It was when you were talking about it in Discord, Trickster, that I was reading this. So you got the 3 filters there are, so you got metal, cloth, and paper. So metal filters, like French press filters, because a lot of French presses basically are just metal filters, only remove the larger pieces of ground coffee. The resulting brew will have some silty sediment in it. We'll have the added body and the oils, and of course they're reusable. Cloth. Cloth is the more traditional way of doing it. It strains out the suspended pieces of coffee, but allows some of the oils through. This resulting cup is clean, but has a richer mouthfeel. And then paper. Paper filters are the most common type of filter these days. They produce the cleanest cup of coffee. They strain out all of the material, because they're even thinner, like smaller holes than the cloth. They strain out all of the material, and as well as any oils. So they actually remove oils as well, which it's a more clearer sort of brew. And of course, if you're going to use paper filters, always use bleached ones, because the unbleached ones taste like paper. There you go. There's some learning for you. Did you get all that? So basically, the metal ones will they'll have all of the stuff in, but they'll come through some little bit fines. Cloth will have some of the oils, but should filter out all of the coffee, actual like hard pieces, even the tiniest ones. Paper will filter out pretty much everything, as well as the oils. I mean, the others will absorb some oils. It's kind of sometimes why you pre-wet filters, because you don't want it to absorb some of the stuff. But like, you have to properly wash a metal filter. Like my double layered one, I have to properly wash it with like soap and everything. I stick in the dishwasher and then rinse it thoroughly, because you need to get the oils out of there, because they will be suspended in it and go rancid. Same with the cloth one, you have to wash it in a special way to get rid of it. Metal hole's gonna let fines through. Basically, yeah. Basically. I have seen the because there's a few different metal ones for the Aeropress anyway. I have seen them and they do look like big holes compared to the paper that they give you. Like these filter out everything. I've never had an issue with these. But I am gonna get one because I want to on this Sunday stream expand what I'm doing and try out various products and just have way too much coffee stuff to know what I'm doing with. When I wake up in the morning, I'm like, how should I make coffee today? Oh, I've got 20 different ways of making it. Oh no. Right, this Vietnamese iced coffee is going down very well. I'm going to switch over to this normal one, double shot. See, that's not cold enough now. I've had that second shot. But it is better because I added it's stronger. That's pretty much what I'm going to do today. I haven't really got much else to talk about. Anyone got any questions about anything? What we learned today? Don't put hot liquids into glasses that aren't meant to have hot liquids. Oops. Thermal shock exists. This glass is fine though. This has never had any issue. I need to get another one of those. Teaching a valuable lesson, yes. Also, what you don't see is the plugs for everything. Oh, you can't quite see it there. Are in that box there. They're all down there. So where all the electricity is right here. That's for the kettle, that's for the grinder, that's for the big machine here. I haven't done one of these, have I? It's gonna be a bit boring though, that's the thing. Because I just press the button and it goes. Unfortunately, I can't turn the hot plate off, so I can't put ice in the pot beforehand. Because that's if you've got one of these machines and you can turn the hot plate off, you can put ice in the pot, and obviously just get it to do its thing, and it'll just drip on the ice the same way as these two work. And then you've got iced coffee, and you just turn the hot plate off. I can't because of the way this machine is designed. I can't control the hot plate at all. I don't think so, anyway. I might look into that one. I know I can control how long it's on for, but I don't think I can turn it off completely. Yeah. Once it goes off, it's maximum of 40 minutes keeping warm as well, and once it's off, it's off. You can't turn it back on without making another coffee. But I know with because it's a smart one, it's got less controls over the actual device. I have to just go through the program and the app. But if you had like a normal one, I know we did this in work, is every time it turned off, we just pressed it back on again. But then what they would do is they go through all their water and then keep warm for, let's see, half an hour. This one, you can tell it how much water to use. So we've got that. We also got my espresso machine I haven't actually gone through yet. So I might bring that in here one day and we can give that a go. I can fail at doing latte art. How about that? I'm terrible at doing latte art. I can try and teach you how to do steamed milk in this bad boy. Where you get the frothy milk and stuff. But my espresso machine is very, very cheap and not very good at doing that. So I've never had a good result. But I can go over various other ways of frothing milk. For example, you can froth milk in a French press. So there's various things I need to do. I need to add these to the Discord. Come on. I just set up a new channel to remind me to do this later. I got my gadget that does it for me. I know we're looking at trying to get one of those. It's basically a machine which froths it for you. Yeah. You just can't make espresso shots yet. I mean, you can't, no, but you can mimic an espresso shot with the Aeropress. I say mimic; it's not an espresso shot at all. But the whole point of an Aeropress is that if it fills up one, that is an espresso shot. But because you can't put the physical pressure, the whole point of an espresso is the pressure and the compactness of the coffee and all that is how this shot works. So you need several bars of pressure. You don't do that. It's still that's still immersion brewing. Fellow with an attachment, get it closer. Yes, yeah, they do. I was looking at it the other day. It's still not an espresso shot. Oh, the other thing I saw was a Cuban coffee. Saw that the other day. I might post that on the Discord as well. But I saw someone make a Cuban coffee, which I haven't seen before. I was like, yes, that looks amazing. Basically, you do an espresso shot, but you take a couple of the drips, and I believe you mix that in with some sugar to make like a coffee caramel thing, and then you blend that together, and it's so good. Right, let me make sure I add that. Cuban coffee. Interesting, yeah. Can I? No, because I'm using my phone here, so I can't. I'll post it later. I wonder if it's in this book. Cuban coffee. Hold on. 200. The growing of Cuban coffee. Cuban coffee, there you go. Cafe Cubano refers to an espresso shot that is sweetened as it is brewed by adding sugar to the ground coffee. No, that's not how it's done. That would be an insane way to do it. Add sugar to the ground. I mean, I'll do it. I'll give it a go. True Cuban coffee is illegal in the United States due to the trade. Oh. But the term is often used to describe. Oh, okay. So we'd have to get actual Cuban coffee sourced in Cuba. No, what the method I saw was you basically take the first couple of drops that come out of the espresso machine, and then you mix them with sugar, and then you put, yeah. Interesting way of doing it. But I was saying you stick sugar in with the grounds before it gets done. I mean, that would work, but it also make channeling, because the sugar would dissolve and the coffee wouldn't, so you'd get channels, which means you'd have over extraction. That wouldn't work. I'll give it a go, but it won't work. How would that be any different from adding the sugar afterwards? Don't know. Right, what time is it? I am going to leave it there because I've got about 45 minutes to get ready. And there's stuff to do. I haven't really got much else to show you. But yeah, iced coffee, very easy. Just do it with ice. Don't do it in a thermal shock mug. Glass. Both of these turned out quite well. I think that just now tastes like, because it's warmed up a little bit, that tastes like I've just left the coffee to go cold. So I think if I'm going to use that and not the Vietnamese stuff, I would have to add. I'll rethink that and maybe come back. Maybe add the ice in different points. Maybe I'll start adding it into a blender. So maybe I'll do the shot from the Aeropress and then put it over ice and blend it in the smoothie blender. Something I could do. I shall experiment, but that's the one I wanted to show you mainly today. Is using the Vietnamese one, which I highly recommend. These you can get these for like under 20 quid. Very good, very very good, and they're very easy to clean and whatnot. That's a large as well. This is if you're looking online, this is a large size. I believe the smaller, slightly shorter, but only slightly. So a large is pretty good for our size, not this mug, but a smaller mug. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there.